Welcome to Christ for Life, a word from the Word. Today, the key word is vow. We're going to be talking about fulfilling the vows that we make, the commitments, the promises that we make. And in particular, we want to think about the things that we prayed for, maybe committed to at the beginning of this pandemic. And we want to make sure that we make good on the vows that we make in the heat of the fire of life, in the midst of the trials and tribulations. Those things that we say, the commitments we make to the Lord, our prayer requests, and the things that we say that we'll do as a result of being delivered. We want to make sure that we make good on our promises that we make in the heat of the fire. And so if you go back to the days after, the time after the Garden of Eden, when Adam and Eve left the garden, you know that eventually out of that garden, that beautiful experience, Cain, their son Cain, killed Abel, their other son. And so out of something beautiful, we see that one of the results was this murder. And then if you go to Noah and God delivering Noah, and that whole beautiful story of God saving the human race in the ark. Well, what happened after the ark? Well, we get the Tower of Babel in Genesis 11, 3 through 4. Just like with Cain and Abel, Genesis 4, verse 8. And then when we go to the New Testament, we see after this incredibly fruitful ministry of Jesus Christ, Peter makes a commitment that he would not forsake or deny Jesus. And you see that in Luke 22, and that's where we're going to pick up the scene. So after this incredible, fruitful ministry and Peter spending time with Jesus, well, what's the result? Well, ultimately, we know that Peter made a commitment, and then he failed in the commitment. So take a look at Luke 22, starting in verse 31. Simon, Simon, look out. Satan has asked to sift you like wheat. But I have prayed for you that your faith may not fail. And you, when you have turned back, strengthen your brothers. Lord, he told them, I'm ready to go with you both to prison and to death. So there's that commitment that Peter makes. I tell you, Peter, he said, this is of course Jesus speaking, the rooster will not crow today until you deny 3 times that you know me. And so Peter makes this commitment after this incredible time of this beautiful ministry. He makes a commitment. I'll never forsake you. I'll go to prison with you, whatever it takes. But then fast forward to Luke 22, verse 60 and following. But Peter said, man, I don't know what you're talking about. Immediately while he was speaking, a rooster crowed. Then the Lord turned and looked at Peter. So Peter remembered the word of the Lord, how he had said to him, before the rooster crows today, you will deny me 3 times. And he went outside and wept bitterly. And so we see that after incredibly fruitful opportunities, Garden of Eden, the ark, this ministry that Peter was able to enjoy with Jesus Christ, one of the fallouts of those experiences, was, of course, Cain killing Abel, Tower of Babel, and then Peter denying Jesus Christ. And so we take that lesson and we apply it to our life. And I want you to think about the commitments you made at the beginning of this pandemic. Don't let them slip your mind as God delivers you from the pandemic. Already we have leaders in our country saying, in some areas, some states saying, God didn't do this deliverance. Well, at the beginning, people were asking, the leaders were asking people to pray. And now we're already seeing some of these leaders at the state level saying, God didn't do this. This was us. This was our work. And so we're letting the fire prove us to be a liar, because at the beginning of the pandemic, we were asking God for help. We were making commitments. We were praying more. And all of a sudden, as we're delivered, just like as Adam and Eve leave the garden, as Noah and his family and ultimately descendants post Noah's Ark situation, and then with Peter, we quickly forget the commitments we make at the beginning of these challenges. Friend, don't let the fire make you a liar. Don't let the commitments you make slip your mind when God delivers you. Do not let the fire make you a liar. What vows have you made? What commitments? What changes did you say that you would make in your life at the start of this pandemic or some other trial or tribulation in your life? Don't forget those commitments. Don't let the fire make you a liar. Fulfill your vows and your commitments and your word. God bless you. We'll see you.